What if the key to protecting your memory as you age was sitting right on your plate every single day, and most people are completely overlooking it? Memory loss is one of the biggest fears for seniors and their families. But here's something surprising. It doesn't just happen randomly, and it's not always inevitable. In fact, what you eat daily can play a powerful role in keeping your brain sharp, focused, and resilient even as the years go by. And today you're going to discover 7 specific foods that are widely recognized for helping protect brain function and reduce the risk of memory decline. And you'll definitely want to stick around until the end, because the last one is often underestimated, yet incredibly powerful for long-term brain health. So let's get into it, starting with something you may already have in your kitchen: fatty fish. Now this is where things get interesting, because fatty fish like salmon, sardines and mackerel are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for brain health. And here's the key point. Your brain is made up of nearly 60% fat, and a big portion of that is omega-3. So when seniors don't get enough of these healthy fats, it can directly impact memory and cognitive function. Studies have shown that people who consume more omega-3s tend to have better memory and slower cognitive decline. And it's not just about prevention. Omega-3s also help reduce inflammation in the brain, which is a major contributor to conditions like Alzheimer's disease. So even adding fatty fish just a couple of times a week can make a noticeable difference over time. But don't get too comfortable yet, because the next one might surprise you. And it's something many people already enjoy daily: berries. Yes, those small, colorful fruits like blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries are packed with antioxidants, and these antioxidants are like tiny defenders that protect your brain cells from damage caused by free radicals. And here's the fascinating part: researchers found that certain compounds in berries can actually improve communication between brain cells, which is essential for memory. Even more interesting, regular consumption of berries has been linked to delayed brain aging by several years. Imagine that something as simple as adding a handful of berries to your breakfast could help keep your mind sharper for longer. And just when you think it couldn't get better, the next food is something most people don't associate with brain health at all: leafy green vegetables. Now stay with me, because this is more important than it sounds. Vegetables like spinach, kale, and broccoli are loaded with nutrients like vitamin K, lutein, and folate, and these nutrients have been strongly linked to slower cognitive decline. In fact, some studies suggest that people who eat leafy greens regularly have brains that function as if they were years younger than their actual age. And that's not all. These vegetables also support healthy blood flow to the brain, which is crucial for delivering oxygen and nutrients that keep your mind alert and focused. Now, before we move on, if you're finding this helpful, there's something else worth knowing. Many people also support their brain health with natural supplements designed to complement these foods. And if you're curious, you can check the link in the pinned comment for a product that may help support memory and cognitive function naturally. Now let's continue, because the next food on this list is both delicious and incredibly powerful: nuts, especially walnuts. And here's why they stand out. Walnuts are often called brain food for a reason. They're rich in healthy fats, antioxidants, and vitamin E, all of which play a role in protecting brain cells from damage, and vitamin E in particular has been associated with reduced risk of cognitive decline as we age. But what makes walnuts especially unique is their shape. They actually resemble the human brain. And while that might sound like a coincidence, their nutritional profile truly supports brain function in a meaningful way. Even a small handful a day can contribute to better memory and overall cognitive health. And just when you think you've seen it all, the next one is something many people crave but often feel guilty about: dark chocolate. Yes, you heard that right. But not just any chocolate. We're talking about dark chocolate with a high cocoa content. This type of chocolate is rich in flavonoids, caffeine, and antioxidants, which all contribute to improved brain function. Flavonoids, in particular, help increase blood flow to the brain, enhancing memory, focus, and even mood. And here's something most people don't realize. Moderate consumption of dark chocolate has been linked to better cognitive performance. So enjoying a small piece daily can actually be beneficial as long as it's not loaded with sugar. Now let's shift to something a bit more subtle, but equally important: whole grains. And this is where many people unknowingly make mistakes. Whole grains like oats, brown rice, and whole wheat provide a steady supply of glucose, which is the brain's primary source of energy. But unlike refined carbs that cause spikes and crashes, whole grains release energy slowly, keeping your brain fueled and focused throughout the day. This steady energy supply is essential for maintaining attention, concentration, and memory, especially in seniors. And now we're getting close to the final item, and this one is often overlooked but incredibly impactful: eggs. Yes, something so simple yet so powerful. Eggs are rich in several nutrients tied to brain health, including vitamin B6, vitamin B12, folate, and choline. And choline is particularly important because it helps produce acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that plays a key role in memory and mood regulation. And here's the surprising part: many people don't get enough choline in their diets, which can affect cognitive performance over time, so including eggs regularly can help support brain function in a very direct way. And now we've reached the final food, the one that ties everything together and might just be the most important of all: olive oil, especially extra virgin olive oil. This staple of the Mediterranean diet is loaded with healthy monounsaturated fats and powerful antioxidants, and it has been strongly associated with reduced risk of cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases. What makes olive oil so effective is its ability to fight inflammation and oxidative stress, two major contributors to brain aging, and some studies even suggest it may help remove toxic proteins linked to Alzheimer's disease, which is truly remarkable. Simply using olive oil as your primary cooking fat or adding it to salads can have long-term benefits for your brain. And here's the thing: while each of these foods is powerful on its own, the real magic happens when they're combined into a balanced, consistent diet. Because brain health isn't about one single solution, it's about daily habits that add up over time. And if you're looking for additional support, don't forget to check the link in the pinned comment for a natural product that may help enhance memory and cognitive performance alongside these dietary changes, because taking action today can make a real difference in how your brain functions tomorrow. So if you found this useful, make sure to keep these foods in your daily routine. Your future self will thank you for it.